Hi, I'm Joan Newcomb, and today's morning musings is Defying Gravity. I'm doing a series of daily morning musings, and I'm using posts from my blog, Adventures in Density and Effort, as inspiration. Now, I wrote these a while ago, and the world has completely changed since then, so if I encounter anything that is out of date, I will give you the most recent information. At the end, I will summarize the topic based on what's going on in the world today. Also, I have some special offers, so stay tuned to the very end to see what they are. Defying Gravity. This morning, I read a blog post by Martha Beck, which helped validate and synthesize this week's topic. It talks about the evolution of consciousness and uses the metaphor of rumble strips to explain how a series of challenging events are really meant to help keep you on track. I was still sorting the subject out as my husband and I walked the dogs. I tried to tell him about what I read, but I mistakenly called them speed bumps. When I sorted out the right word, he said, "Rumble strips saved my life. I was driving through the mountains one night and fell asleep at the wheel, and they woke me up and kept me from going off into a cavern." For some people, however, staying within those boundaries means spiritual death. They are meant to fly, to swim, and to blaze their own trail. Reacting to the idea that rumble strips are meant to keep you on the straight and narrow path, I asked, but what if you could fly? My husband, who likes rules and structures, laughed incredulously. He's an architect. If you don't follow the rules, the building falls down. Growing up, most of us were taught to stay within narrow cultural social boundaries. Straying off them meant death, or at the very least, a failing grade. Going off a metaphorical cliff reveals to them their essential selves. Now, up to a point, groups can be supportive to growth. Like a bicyclist on the Tour de France, a group can give you momentum and carry you along. But at some point, you need to break free of the group in order to move forward. A series of challenges helps you evolve, grow beyond limitations, and shows you your strengths and potential. 30 years ago, I went through rigorous metaphysical training, giving me tools and techniques that benefited me for a long time. However, they were still rooted in this linear reality, within these 3D definitions of gravity, time, and space. My old techniques as I learned them are as outdated as cassette players and VCRs, answering machines, and landlines. Imagine how mind-blowing a smartphone would seem like to someone in 1982, or even 1992. When I had my consciousness shift in 2006, it blew my mind in a similar way. All the energy techniques that I relied on stopped working. I had to make up new ones or upgrade them for them to work through the new consciousness Wi-Fi. In a recent morning musings, I suggested that if you're having a difficult time, ask your future self how you got through it. I have done this in the past, and now will have moments where I feel the communication from my past self asking me, the future self, how it got through it. Today it occurred to me that I can also access techniques that haven't been invented yet by connecting to the future. I can also access techniques that are currently used in a parallel universe. Information can come from anywhere, and you don't even have to know how to use these techniques. You can just download them and let their innate intelligence run. You can trust your infinite intelligence, you as consciousness, as this aspect of you exists beyond all time and space in a multiverse of awareness. It works best when you don't know what you're doing because your left brain likes to color within the lines. Imagine what you can create if you step outside the rules. And if you've had any experience like this, please leave a comment below because I love to read your comments. One of the things I have noticed since my consciousness shift is that gravity has gotten lighter, or there are actual times where it just feels like I'm floating. And I think what that is really that we have all gone through an upgrade and that the energetic construct of this reality has changed as well. And so things really are on this level of consciousness lighter, more malleable, actually easier to navigate through. That's why the density of the old paradigm is even more uncomfortable and objectionable to interact with. So you don't need to call in something catastrophic to make changes. You don't need to completely turn your life upside down. You can actually gently allow this change to happen simply by starting to acknowledge yourself as consciousness, and then baby steps unfold. And as you do that, whenever it occurs to you, your life will reorganize in your favor. So if you like these videos, please share them with your family and friends and on your social media. And please click the like button and subscribe or follow. And that way you're telling the algorithm to distribute this far and wide and get this out to people who really need to see this information. And if you want a free sample of one of my consciousness techniques, click on the link below to the skybox technique. It'll give you a drone's eye perspective of what's going on in your life today and greater insight on how you're creating things as consciousness. And if you want to learn some manifestation techniques, click on the link below to Manifesting Money and Miracles. It's my self-study course where you can learn basic energy techniques to completely transform your external reality. And if you're interested in an individual session with me, click on the link link below to book a private session. And I take a look at you as consciousness and what's going on in your life today. And then I can answer any questions that you might have, whether it's about your relationships, about money, about what's coming up in your future. And I can also talk to your deceased loved ones. And it's all recorded just for you. And if you want to learn how to do this for yourself, that is navigate your life as consciousness with the help of some consciousness techniques, go to my website, joan-newcomb.com. Manifesting Money and Miracles is a great preparation for my coaching program, where I work with you one-on-one and give you specifically chosen consciousness techniques so that you can transform your life. And you can find out more at my website, joan-newcomb.com. And I'll see you tomorrow in another Morning Musings.